Hello, everyone, and welcome to the fifth episode of the College Chess Podcast. My name is Joe, and I'm joined by my fellow college growth managers, Mauricio and Max. And our special guest today is Aryan Joshi. Is that right?
Yeah,
Joshi?
perfect.
How? No,
Joshi, yeah.
Joshi.
Joshi,
Okay.
yeah.
And he is the president of the UMass Amherst Chess Club, as well as a ambassador of chess here at chess.com. And yeah, Aryan, I heard that you actually were interviewed for an internship position. Is that right?
Yeah, it was at 12:30 and it went pretty well. I talked to Chuck Haynes, who is the engineering HR for chess.com, I think.
That's
Yeah,
awesome, man.
that's
And so this is
thank
an
you.
engineering internship?
Yes, yeah, it's an engineering internship with like front end, back end. I think that's what you call it. Yeah, front end, back end,
Nice.
developing, yeah.
That's awesome, man. And so
Wow.
your
So
background is in computer science. That's what you're majoring
Yeah,
in.
yeah, I'm majoring in computer science right now.
That's
Very
what a lot of chess club members are majoring in computer science. Would you agree with that statement?
I do agree. It's a lot of CS majors, a lot of STEM majors.
Why do you think that is?
Huh, good question. I don't know. Chess comes off as a very nerdy kind of sport, so and CS is again a nerdy kind of. I don't think people call chess a sport, so a nerdy kind of game. So I guess that's why.
I mean, some people are calling it a sport. I've heard. The SEC,
it's an esport.
Yeah, it's an esport.
Yeah, I think the esports the best way to describe it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't really know either. I don't know the answer to my own question, to be fair. But maybe there's something to do with like the way that their both systems work. But yeah, the CS team is pretty big at chess.com, and they're always happy with interns. So I'm glad that hopefully it went really well. I mean, we send pretty much mostly ambassadors there, so it's really good to see. We've got like a lot of people that are wanting to do it. So you and Mauricio have met in person, right? I've heard.
Yeah, he actually came by once at UMass because we had an off-campus event with Antonio's Pizza. That was a super awesome event.
super cool
So
event.
yeah, I know about this obviously, but I mean, could you just tell me a little bit more about what you guys did? How hard was it to do it, and like was it successful?
I think so. What happened is first, obviously, Mauricio did all the coordination with Antonio's Pizza. If I remember right, it was on 2nd October. It was a Sunday, I think. Yeah, and so what happened is we got some tables. We set it outside Antonio's Pizza, which is in downtown, which is like 15 minutes walking from campus. And it was pretty cold that day, which is why, yeah, it was pretty cold. People were feeling pretty cold. But the thing was that we had around, I think, 50 to 60, or actually more like 70 people come by. And we actually had, I think, around 50 people sign up for our chess.com page, which was awesome. So
Yeah,
like
wow.
yeah, that was pretty insane. Where on like one day, I think right now we are pretty good on the chess.com members, but then we had people eating Antonio's pizza, and it was pretty good. Like we had bug house, a lot of people playing bug house, a lot of people playing OTB bullets, so that was pretty fun.
Yeah, sounds like it. I mean, Mauricio was playing too.
Did you
When I
play?
didn't play, I wouldn't win.
Did you guys make any content for that event?
Yeah, we posted
Yes, we actually did. So one of our ambassadors, Nate, he's really good at. He's our designated content creator, and he made a really good TikTok. We had that Basic Gear contest right recently, in which we
Yes.
had to make a TikTok. We made a TikTok out of that, and we actually finished in the top 5, winning us a Basic Gear set. So that was pretty sick. But yeah, Nate's pretty good at content creating, and you should check out the TikTok. It was pretty good.
What's the TikTok channel?
I think it should be UMass Chess Club. Not...
Let me see if we can get
Yeah.
that. Can we get a mod in chat to link that? Hold on. I am also a
Um,
mod, so I can try to
Damn,
find it.
that's super fun though, and it wasn't on campus, but you still had a lot of people come through. How did you? How did people know about it? Like, how did you advertise? And like, I also did some events, and like, one of the things that I feel like I could have done a better job of was just like advertising beforehand a little bit better. And it sounds like you had a pretty good turnout. So like, what do you think was successful in those, or like, what did you guys do?
So the thing is, we got Mercer got some flyers made for us, and those were like pretty good. It was pretty appealing. So one thing I did is I put out a lot of emails, and I made like every person in my club tell at least two people, so that we get like a lot of people get to know. So that's the first thing. Second thing is we got these flyers printed out, and I stuck them at the important places on campus so that some people would know. Like we had a lot of grad students come, which I did not expect, because we don't have any grad students come by at our club, but apparently they have their own WhatsApp group. So I mean, that was pretty good.
It made the rounds
Yeah.
in the group. That's so funny.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. Like a lot of people came by.
That's really cool. You can do these kind of events and like see all the new people that join. And it's also really cool that you can like connect to these other groups. Like your chess club can have subgroups like grad students. I feel like that's a pretty good like group of students to be able to like connect with and maybe even network with. You can learn a lot from them. You were mentioning like a lot of the chess club are like CS or STEM. Um, do you think that like your position in the chess club is really helpful for you in terms of like a potential career? Like I know you're interested in interning with chess.com, but like maybe outside of just chess even, how many like cool connections have you made through the club?
Oh, through the club, I've made like many new connections. And after, so now story time, I guess. But so when I came here, when I came here as a freshman, UMass Chess Club wasn't pretty big. Like, if like I'm pretty sure like Philip, he probably is in the chat, but he knows that we used to be like a small group of like on a best day we had like 8 or 9 people come by. On a bad day we had like 4 or 5 people. So that's how, and we would just come by, play a little bit of chess, and that was my freshman year fall semester. In spring, I try to organize like different kind of like tournaments. I remember I organized one blitz tournament, and we had like 60 people sign up, and like 56 people I think showed up to play. So that was pretty sick. That was the first
How did
step.
you? Where did you get all the boards and stuff?
So we have the boards. We have the boards. Like I think we have around we had 16 boards at that point of time. But every year we order in some new
They have
sets
a lot
because
of boards. I
Yeah.
help.
yeah.
How do you keep them moving around? How do you move them around?
So we our chess club happens in like it's kind of like a dining place, or not dining place, it's like Blue Wall, which is
Yeah.
kind of like a big cafe or big food court kind of place. And right opposite it is a place called Student Union. Over there, all the like clubs, they get lockers to keep the
Oh, you
stuff.
get
So we
storage
have like,
space. Yeah.
yeah, we have like 5 lockers. So I think in total now we have like 25 chess sets, I think.
And
Yeah, the one good thing is the university gives us funding every year. So we use that to buy a lot of chess sets. So I can organize tournaments like this
yeah.
when like needed. So
Sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Continue your story.
yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. So then in spring semester we had like a good turnout, and then for fall, I think then I became the president and now also the event coordinator. So I think growing the club has always been like spreading more than like playing chess. I think for me, spreading chess is very important, because I don't know, that's something I personally enjoy a lot. When I was in high school, my high school had no clubs. I tried to open a open chess club, but because of COVID, that kind of like didn't work. So it was always like a small part of me always wanted to spread chess on a larger scale. And now that the ambassador program is here, I think I applied for it in June. So I already had plans to like expand the club, and the ambassador program has made it like 10 times easier and so much better than I would have thought I would have been able to do. So thank you guys, of course, for all the stuff.
Yeah,
Nah,
of course.
I mean,
All
shout
right,
out. It's not possible without you.
what aspect of the ambassador program do you enjoy the most?
Oh, that's a tough question. I think for me, I think when I get to organize tournaments and I have a lot of people, new people turn up. It's okay if like all the same old people will always be there, but every tournament I organize, I always see there's at least 5 to 10 new people, which is pretty cool. So as an ambassador, seeing new people come in, play chess, enjoy it, and then they can get all the kind of free cool stuff you guys have to offer. So I think that's the most rewarding and like fun part of it.
That's
Very
awesome.
cool.
So when's the next big UMass chess club event?
Ooh. So I think I finished one off because we have finals week going on right now. I actually have a final tomorrow. So,
Oh,
but
luck.
yeah, thank you. So I think finals week is going on, and then everyone's moving out. And then when we come back in Feb, I think. So I
You guys have all of
will,
January off?
yeah.
that's crazy.
That's not a bad
Yeah,
deal.
I come back a week or two early because I've training as a residential assistant. But yeah, I
Okay.
think school resumes around like first week of Feb. That's when probably I'll get in some tournaments, and yeah.
That's
So
pretty late
probably
though
you
for
can
most colleges, right?
I know it's pretty late. Normally we have it starting like last year. It started in the last week of Jan. Now it's like first week of Feb. I don't know why,
Are you
but
guys
here
planning
it
on
is.
going to Pan Am's?
Well, about that. So by the time I realized we could have registered for Pan Am's, I asked a lot of our club people who are interested. Most of them have either some of them like I think our top player Adit, he's kind of busy for the winter, and some other guys are not really free. So yeah, we won't be able to go to Pan Am's this year, and plus I didn't think that we could ask the school on such a short notice that if they could help us fund our trip. I should have done that. I saw USC's podcast, and
Yeah.
he did suggest like asking the school. So probably not this time, but next time I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get it done
Next year. Yeah, what year are you
for
right
sure.
now?
I'm a sophomore right now.
Okay, so it's still really young actually. So the chess club's got a bright
Not
future
like
with
that,
you.
new to
Yeah, I've 2.5 more years to go. So let's see how it goes.
So I just wanted to ask, what is your goal? Like, let's say you do get this internship at chess.com. Like, do you think, depending on how that goes, you would want to pursue like a full-time job, or do you want to go to like grad school or take some time off? I know it's like a kind of a ways away, but this is typically a question I ask like most of the like third or fourth years. So it's okay to
So,
not know.
well, no, I mean, I will go to grad school. Probably not after undergrad. I would probably take some time to work. If I get to work at chess.com, woo, that would be amazing, like, beyond amazing. Like I really hope I get this internship. So fingers crossed. But I think working for a bit and then probably going back to grad school is probably my way to go.
Grad
Yeah.
school. So, okay.
I've heard a lot of people say that, and then they start working and then they keep working. But who
Probably
cares? If you like what you're doing, it's not a problem. You
exactly.
never know.
Where would you want to
But
go to
what would you
grad
do in
school?
grad school? Yeah.
Oh,
Jinx.
that's a good question. I've definitely not thought of that.
Loaded question.
Yeah, no, you don't have to. I mean, you're not going right after college anyway.
I just hope somewhere I don't like the cold. I'll be honest. I don't like the cold.
On the
It's
floor.
like,
Go to Florida. Yeah, I was just gonna say, follow
Come to
Mauricio.
Florida, dude.
He went to Boston. Now he's down south.
but somewhere on the West Coast would be pretty good because my parents also live on the West Coast, so that's also
Oh,
a
really?
big
We're
plus.
gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna go from East Coast ambassador to West Coast ambassador. Let's go.
Yeah, you're gonna move to Joe's side of the country.
I'll put in a good letter of rec for you. Go
Hey,
to
I've
UCLA.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, I've got like a curious question for you.
Of
Do you
course.
think, just going back to like the first question, do you think that a lot of CS majors, a lot of people who are into chess, do you think that they sort of like try to merge the two? Do they, when you guys have creative projects, do you try to create a project around chess? Have you heard of that before?
I have heard of that. I have not, since I'm only like a sophomore, I've not worked on too many projects, but I have heard from my seniors who, like, for some cool final projects, they've come up with like cool chess variants and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So I think merging it makes both aspects pretty fun, the chess aspect of it and the CS aspect of it. So
Yeah,
if you love chess and you love CS, I think that's pretty cool.
yeah, definitely.
You can't spell chess without CS.
Truly.
So true.
Uh, dude, you know what would be cool if you could organize a chess tournament by major?
Hmm.
Do like the
Ooh.
CS versus the math versus the physics versus biology versus whoever.
Huh.
Versus you got to
mean-
lump all the like
Versus communications.
yeah.
If I do that, I mean, now most of the club mates were pretty good. Most of them are CS majors. I know one who's bio. A couple of them are bio, but then yeah, most of them are CS.
There was this one guy at the chess club at UCLA who was like a film graduate student, and he majored in like English, and I thought that
Oh.
was pretty cool. You don't see that as often.
Oh yeah, the previous president to our chess club, he's actually an English major, and he loves chess. But yeah, he's a senior now, so he needed to pass it on to someone. So, but he pretty cool guy. Shout out to Josh. Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy.
That's
Shout out.
That's crazy.
We love you, Josh.
do you have any UMass people watching in chat? Do you know?
I put on the Discord yesterday. I only know one person I know one person's watching for sure. That's Philip. If he's in the chat, I'm pretty sure he's in the chat.
Shout
So,
out to Philip.
again, yeah, shout out to
Here
Philip.
and there.
But do you guys stream at all on Twitch or on YouTube?
So the thing is, so we meet actually twice a week for 3 hours, Mondays and Thursdays. The thing is, I haven't found anyone who is interested to stream a lot. I've tried it myself, and between like the ambassador and the president, I feel there's not enough time to stream. But now I'm recruiting more people into the club to help out. So my one more goal for the next semester is try to start streaming. I think because UMass is we're pretty like we had the Razor Gear contest and the what is the other one? Oh, the most I think members for Club Fair Day, I think.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
we won both of those. We came like I think fourth or fifth in both of them. So we did win that. And but the one thing we're lacking in is streaming, and that's one thing I really want to figure that out. So that's one goal for the upcoming semester. And I think my goal for like UMass Chess Club is when like as of like last fall our club was pretty small. I think in this 1 year we've made a lot of growth, so I'm pretty happy with that. But I think the like in US, like the best chess crews are probably like UCLA and USC. Those are like, and I think UTD comes to mind because they're like pretty good at chess. I think and they win the Pan Ams like pretty often, right? So I think becoming a club of that status is kind of what my goal is, at least when I'm here for like 3 years. We'll try. Let's see
Yeah,
how
so-
it goes.
Yeah, you're on a good
Yeah,
path.
that
I
is.
mean, you guys are already, like you said, you're winning all these like ambassador contests. So like your club's definitely up there. In fact, you guys are like one of the few that are diamond tier.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think there are three diamond tier schools. I think UCLA, ASU, and UMass.
and
I
you
think
guys are
those are
one
the
of
only
them.
three. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
So
really cool. What do you think has been a reason for your success? Is it because you're putting a lot of effort into the ambassador program, or do you think it's like just that your school has like a good environment for chess, or it's probably some combination?
Oh, good question. I think it's a factor of a lot of things. I think um I've had a lot of support uh, from the other ambassadors and even like our non-ambassadors. There are a lot of people willing to help out with the club. So shout out to all of them. Thank you guys. But I think I do try to put all my effort into the program as well as the club. I try to keep like fun events at least every third week. I don't want to oversaturate it, but trying to plan out fun events. And then I think that's the one good thing. And the other thing is I mean the ambassador program itself has allowed our club to grow a lot. And I don't know, for some reason this year I've had a lot of freshmen that have come in are pretty good at chess. Like last year for the spring CCL tournament, we barely had one team come through. And yesterday when I was making the teams, I'm thinking I'm gonna make 4 teams for UMass this time. So
Nice.
yeah, so I think I was only gonna do two, and then I increased that to three. And yesterday I made the decision to make 4 teams, and like, so I think a lot of people are not aware of the clubs that are on campus. Like a lot of people come by and like, oh, I didn't know chess club exists. I think spreading that out to everyone, because it's such a large university, that's the most important part. So on club fair day, on your emails, I try to keep fun events like in the middle of the semester, just like do random tabling and give out free stuff and like get people to sign up. I think that's an important part to spreading chess, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there pretty good in chess and want to play chess. So I think, yeah, those are the important parts.
Yeah, it's
What
huge.
about a chess boxing event at UMass Amherst?
Oh,
Chess
someone,
boxing.
Oh, yeah, put on some gloves, man. Get ready.
someone did ask me that. Um, if I think I can try and organize that. I'm always down to organize anything at this point, as long as it's fun. We get content. I think the best for our, if we can get like some chess celeb on our campus, that would be so cool. Someone just come by. So then like we could have like a chess boxing event, and then have like, oh, doesn't Gotham Chess live in New York or something?
He
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
If I think he's affiliated with chess.com. So
yeah.
if we can get him to come on our campus, I mean that would be pretty sick. And then yeah.
Someone clip this and send it to him.
Yeah, clip that and send it to him.
Yeah, I'm trying to
yeah,
think of like college people in Boston. The only one I can think of is Mark Esserman. And I don't know how often he does stuff like that. I know that in Boston it's a thing to play chess in Harvard Square, I've been told.
Yeah, I've heard of that too.
Uh, who would you say is UMass's like main rival? Is it like Boston University? Is it like
Yeah.
Northeastern?
I think for other sports like hockey and basketball and all those sports, I think Boston University is UMass's main rival.
Okay, that's where Mauricio went,
Yeah.
right?
No,
Nah,
no.
he went to
You're Northeastern guy?
Northeastern.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
They're all the
You had
same,
it.
right? In Boston College.
Boston College and UMass Amherst are ways away. So
Are they?
Northeastern, you are in the city, and then UMass Amherst is like, it's like a
And
2-hour drive, 3-hour drive.
Oh,
It's a
Okay,
3-hour
so
drive.
Amherst is far from Boston.
Yeah, UMass is in the middle of nowhere, to be honest.
Oh man.
It is. It is.
It's a pretty drive though.
How many UMass schools are there? Is there like UMass Boston?
I think there's UMass Boston, Amherst, Lowell. That's the only three I can think of. But I think there are more, but
Oh,
I think UMass Amherst is the main one.
Mhm.
I think I could be wrong.
yeah, if people say UMass, it's UMass Amherst. Yeah, because I know there's also like University of Texas system. They have a bunch of those, and I always say UT Austin, and they always correct me. They're like, "No, we're just UT."
Yeah,
Like
they're
we're just University of Texas, right?
But the
'Cause-
UC system, the best school is what, UC Santa Barbara?
Some would
No,
say it's
UC
UC
Berkeley.
Santa Cruz.
Okay. But not UCLA though.
Oh, so okay, every UC is in the ambassador program. What about every UMass?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't. Are
Yeah,
there?
you just have UMass Amherst.
We got to get the other
Where's
UMasses in
Lowell?
here.
Yeah,
It's a more
Aryan, would
just-
you ever consider organizing like a Massachusetts college chess championship?
Why not?
Yeah, like
I
okay.
have one freshman on campus who is he's a national master. So I think he's also a tournament director.
Oh
So
wow.
I think so I think one of the he doesn't come to club often, but if we could organize like a large OTB class or any kind of tournament, I think that is probably one more thing on the to-do list.
Yeah, I would love to see something maybe with even just like the Boston schools, but like there's a ton in Boston that I know, like Harvard, MIT, we just mentioned Boston University, Boston College, Northeastern. Like, why aren't they doing this? Like, that should be something that's like every single year. Like, we do that in California in the spring semester, so you guys still have some time to organize that. But that would be really cool to see. Do you think that, like you said, you have a lot of new talent, like freshmen coming in that are really strong players, and you're in the process of registering for the CCL, but do you think that you guys have like a really strong team compared to nearby schools?
I think we are pretty good. Like our A team, if so, some of them are not available. Sorry for that. Some of our players are not available for spring, but I think our A team is probably average rated around 2,200. So I think even our B team is like 19 and C team will be 1,800. That was not the case last year. This year, I don't know. We have a lot of strong people. So I think with nearby colleges, I think we're probably pretty good.
That's awesome. Yeah, how'd you guys do in last spring season?
Ooh, I think we went, oh, I think we went to the quarterfinals or the single elimination bracket. I can't really remember, to be honest, because then I played on the team. I remember it was like 5 of us, but we qualified, and then I think we got eliminated in the round after that.
Mm.
So I think that's
Didn't you guys like win like Division 4 or something one year?
yeah. I think that was last year. We won Division 5, if I'm not wrong.
Division
I
5?
wasn't here. Yeah, I wasn't
Okay.
here at that time, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I remember you guys at least got some money, I'm pretty sure. But that's
Yeah,
cool.
I
That was
think
like
we got
before your
a-
time.
Yeah, I think we even even last year, I think I think we won $1,000. Yeah, we did win $1,000.
Yeah, that's a significant amount, and that also will help towards like your club funding.
It is. Same money's helping in a lot of club funding because the money that university gives us, we can only use it for like small like other than like ordering chess sets, we can't use it for much. So that money is coming off really handy right now.
Nice, yeah.
So maybe
Aryan,
you
have you
guys
got-
can win something this season and use that for your Pan Am funding.
Ooh, that's I'll try and ask my club members if they're free, because when I asked, most of them weren't free. I don't think I will be free. Is it on 7th Jan or something?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
5th
Yeah.
through the 8th.
5th to the 8th. Yeah, I'm not even in the US at that point of
Yeah.
time. So let me I'll try ask my other club members if they're free to do it.
Yeah, it'll be tough this year. It's far from you. I don't know where it is next year, but it's probably not going to be as far of a way.
Hope not it is.
Well, I mean, the last year it was in DC, so it kind of alternates. So, sometimes it goes, yeah, east to west. So, like, if it's
They're
hard
missing
traveling
Central.
for school 1 year, yeah, well, it's been in Central before, I think.
I wonder if they don't have a.
I mean, maybe St. Louis will host it one of these years. But yeah, I mean, I love that you love organizing events, and I do agree with you. I think that's a really good way to market and advertise like the club. And I'm like excited to see what you guys come up with for next semester. So whether that be a Boston or Massachusetts college chess tournament or another like social event like you did at Antonio's. And yeah, it's really good to keep the ideas going and share that with everyone. And like we have our Discord server that we've got all the ambassadors connected to. So it's good to like network and connect with them and do events with them. Have you talked to any of the other Massachusetts ambassadors?
I have not, because I'm pretty I've actually not. Probably will do that, because if I wanna like do like a couple of schools event together, that's probably a good way to do it. I actually I think before fall I think it was Boston University. One of their presidents reached out to me, and they were gonna do a event in Boston, which I think it got canceled later on. But trying to do something like that is on like my to-do list, because why not spread chess?
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Yeah.
Aryan, we have a few Boston schools that I can definitely get you in contact with. We have BU, Boston College, Northeastern, who have all, or at least BU and Northeastern and Brandeis have worked closely together in the past, and so you can definitely pick their brains. So that we have Brandeis, Bentley, Harvard, MIT, UMass, and a few others, I think. So you have a lot of schools to work with. We can definitely work together to try to put on a huge Massachusetts Invitational or something of the sorts. It'd be really cool.
Is Bentley in Boston?
Bentley's in Boston, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Or not in Boston, but it's in Mass.
Boston.
Boston, Bentley.
Boston's like the Boston is to Massachusetts what Miami is to Florida. Like nobody from Fort Lauderdale will go up to somebody and be like, "Yeah, I'm from Fort Lauderdale." They always, and I feel like Arden does the same thing. Yeah, I go to school in Boston.
Is Boston like New York?
New York's a bit different. New York's a whole another complicated mess. It's like
I know you guys. There's the Boston New York rivalry, right? Oh, maybe we should do a Boston schools versus New York schools. That'd be sick.
That would be insane. How many New York schools are there?
And then we'll sneak in UMass Amherst, because no one from New York will know the difference.
True. There you go.
Yeah, that's the problem with UMass. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's like far away from
Amherst.
everywhere.
Well,
we have Amherst College too, actually, in the program.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you get some Amherst rivalry action going on there.
And I think his name actually might also be Aryan.
Oh my
Aryan.
goodness.
Yep.
All right, Aryan, you just came from an interview with the internship program. Now you're like getting interviewed by us. Do you have any questions for us and what we do?
Yeah. What do you think is the next, like, what do you guys envision the program being in 1 year from now?
Ooh.
What was the question?
All chess boxing. I think a year from now we're just gonna be a chess boxing entertainment company.
Chess.com will rebrand to chessboxing.com. Does anyone have chessboxing.com? Is that a website?
For sure, someone owns it by now. Maybe Ludwig.
I didn't hear. I see it. It is a website. Mogul, dude. It is Ludwig's.
Ludwig's. I betted it, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if he bought it. Oh man,
Mogul Chess Boxing Championship.
dude. In a year, you know, Aryan, when I first started this program, my answer to this question would have been way more ambitious than it is now. Because after I've been doing this for a while, I realized that like change and it's difficult over time. So which is one of the reasons I like respect what you've done with your chess club and things like that, and anybody that's like working on growing their chess club. Like it's not that easy to like you said, really have something every 3 weeks that's like a little more interesting than just your regular meeting. That just in and of itself creates such a better club environment. Like literally you start to think like, oh, I wonder what the event this month will be. And it starts being something that you don't even have to like write down anymore. And like, yeah, that's what I hope to see in a year from the ambassador program is like your club on almost every club. Like every club is consistent in their meetings and consistent in something extra, something that puts their club a little step above, because that stuff is awesome and also gets so much more attention. And like we've said, the stuff we do in the ambassador program, one thing has to go viral. Like one event at Antonio's Pizza has to have, instead of 60 to 70, have 66,000 or something crazy happens. Like it goes viral somewhere. And then all of a sudden you're being interviewed by CNN about the ambassador program. I could see that happening. Like that could totally happen. But you know, it starts with your being a club like it starts with like really being consistent and like being there and like hosting meetings and having a good time and like having an accessible club, you know, easy to find, easy to go to. But yeah, that's my long spiel.
For me, a year from now, I think virality is definitely a symptom of what we're trying to accomplish. We want our ambassadors to essentially be, well, one, we want the club to be well recognized throughout all of campus. And then two, we want the ambassadors who are the club leaders at Chess Club to be well known, like not celebrities.
We want them to be celebrities.
Oh yeah, but low-key, yes, we want them to be celebrities. Like that's the idea. We want to provide the tools and resources to help you guys grow and throw events and do things that you want to do that sort of like hit home for other people on campus that aren't in Chess Club, right? We've sort of thrown this message around, but like we want Chess Club to really make an impact on people who are outside of the chess club, not so that they get involved in chess. I mean, ideally, yes, but just so that they know what's up with chess. I mean, chess is one of these awesome sports, kind of like a spectacle, and we want more people to just know about it and know that they can always go into chess club and try it out. And so more visibility is my short answer.
Yeah, and more visibility is exactly what Aryan was talking about, is a lot of people don't realize that the school has a chess club, or it's just something that they don't necessarily think about. But then when they see it, it makes sense. And like kind of going along with that whole idea of like growing chess, like my dream is, I don't know if this is possible a year from now, but eventually I want college chess tournaments, like these events that you're playing, like either Boston versus New York thing, or like Massachusetts state championship. Like that should be the norm. That should be happening on a consistent basis every year at least. And I think that these events should draw in like crowds, like a lot of spectators, be streamed online. That's really what I'm trying to go for with the Collegiate Chess League. When I went to the chess boxing event, it was at USC's basketball center, like the Galen Center, which is where they play basketball. And like they sold a bunch of tickets for that event. And like I get it's a big event, it's a lot of like content creators, what have you, but like they were playing chess, and it wasn't just chess, of course, but like imagine instead of that, it was like USC's chess club just competing in the same place that like the basketball team competes, with like the same number of viewers, like and selling tickets and stuff like that. Like I don't see why not. Like USC versus UCLA on the big stage, like that should be a big rivalry thing that like people are watching on TV, like just like any other college sport. So that's my dream ultimately, is to bring chess to that same level, and to be able to draw in like a huge audience that cares, and to see that, and like colleges just have such a huge fan base already, and there's so much like school pride, um, and I think that like if we can get these people to care about chess, that'd be huge, and to get the schools to care about it too, because eventually we want like these chess teams to be recruiting and providing scholarships to like high school students that want to go to school for chess. So yeah, and it all starts
Exactly.
with you guys.
No, that literally is exactly it. Like I think that ties into like everything from the beginning. Like when Aryan talks about like having a good chess club, like it's establishing that legitimacy on campus and then getting your university to start funding you. And then like Joe says, from there it becomes like then you start to get the name of the university behind you. And all of a sudden like the rivalries become more legit. And once you get the backing, and then from there it snowballs. And like I mean like Joe is literally saying it all like so true. Like there's so much like passion for universities, especially specifically in the US, right? Like there's just
Yeah.
such a passion for it. Like chess should just be a part of that. Ludwig's event was on at all Dave and Buster's around the country. That's the first step.
Yeah, we for those of you that didn't know, Ludwig had over 300,000 people watch on YouTube, but there was also a deal made with Dave and Buster's that every Dave and Buster's was showing the Ludwig stream on like their TVs, which was really cool. And like I don't think that even counts towards like the viewership. So it was like one of the most watched chess event ever, if not the most. Especially like I think in person. I don't think any chess event in person has had that large of a live audience, which is kind of mind-boggling.
Mm-hmm. They also broke the Smash World record for most watched Smash game.
The Smash was hype. It was funny. I was like there obviously, and there was like some chess people. I was like sitting next to Anna Cramling, who was doing the Spanish commentary, and like I was sitting next to our chess arbiter, and like they don't know anything about Smash, which was funny. Because Anna also had to do like the commentary for that portion too, and so I was explaining to her like what stocks were, like how the stage
That's so
works,
funny.
how to knock someone out. Yeah. But yeah, did you watch that, Aryan, at all?
I did actually. I had no idea about this.
It's on YouTube. You can check it out on
Yeah, go
Ludwig's
watch the
channel.
YouTube.
I will definitely.
Yeah.
Have you heard of chess boxing?
Yeah, of course. I checked. You guys had a event this right now, USC. So
Yeah.
you were just telling about it. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if colleges can chess box, but maybe. Maybe do you guys have like a boxing club maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Nah.
pretty sure there is. So why not?
You willing to
Start
get
teaching
punched in
them
the face?
chess. Just teach them chess and then
And
stream
that's our
it.
chess boxing.
That's your club
Yeah.
champs. All right.
You guys were talking about like club visibility, like trying to spread it out. I was I was watching, I think it was UCLA's podcast, and he mentioned that like college students are pretty busy on like a daily basis. For them to like inculcate like chess into their routine is can be like difficult at times. I was just wondering, in this program, what if you get your ambassadors to visit like let's see, how many ambassadors are there in our program?
400.
Okay, 400. Let's say out of those 400, if you get 300 of them to visit one high school each. And because like I've always been told that like chess is a kid's game, like trying to like, because I've always had kids, like parents reach out to me from nearby high schools saying, oh, can my kid come by in chess club? So I've always felt like if an ambassador can go to a high school and like influence, or not even high school, even a middle school or elementary school, you can influence, even if each ambassador is able to influence like two kids, that really adds up together. That we get more kids playing chess, which helps us to grow the game in itself.
Yeah, I mean, it's harder, right? Because
Yeah,
they're
it
younger
is.
kids. So like, it's harder. I mean, yeah, the visibility is there. I mean, if you think about somebody like me, I played chess when I was younger, and then I started playing video games, and I stopped playing so much chess. And now I found chess again when I got older. So like, I would have played more chess in college if I had known about my chess club, but I didn't know about it coming in, right? Like the day I should have known coming in, and like that's where the visibility comes in, right? Like if you search UMass Amherst Chess Club and the Instagram comes up, they'll see that you posted recently, which means the club is active. It's not like a Facebook page that hasn't been touched in years. But yeah,
It's a good idea for sure, and actually reminds me, I think the USCF K through 12 championship is going on right now. So like USCF actually does a lot to support like elementary school and like middle school and high school chess. It really drops off at college, although they do the US college Rapid and Blitz. But as far as like actually marketing to these younger kids, I think there's some limitations there. For us, it's a lot easier for us to work with like college kids, like Max said. But no, I think it's a great idea, and I do think that like kids as well as their parents really ought to know that college chess is a huge thing, and it exists, and it can be really beneficial. And like I said, if we can get like scholarships for that, that would be a game changer. There's obviously a few schools that have that going already, but a lot more, I think, have that potential. And yeah, I agree that like ambassadors should be representing their the college chess scene, although it's difficult enough as it is just to do that even on their own campus.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good idea for sure. All right. I think that's pretty much our time here. Any last words you want to say, Aryan, to maybe the UMass chess people that are watching?
Well, if any of you all are watching, like, thank you everyone for making like, I only like can organize the events. It's all of them who make it possible with the people turning in. And also thank you to you guys for this ambassador program. It's been really good. It's been really fun. And of course, thank you for inviting me on this podcast.
Pleasure's all ours.
yeah,
Thanks.
for real.
All right. So just some quick reminders. We have Pan Am's coming up in January, as well as the deadline to register for the CCL's upcoming spring season. This is our largest prize pool ever. We have $30,000 on the line this season, which is $10,000 more than we had last season. So that's pretty cool. You can check that out in the chat. I also recommend that you join our Discord server if you want to find out more info, as well as our ambassador program, which is !CAP, which is what Aryan's part of, and has allowed him a lot of these opportunities to join our podcast. I think it helped with his internship interview and just growing his club in general. So I think next week we'll probably take a break for Christmas. I know some of us might be on vacation, so keep an eye out for when our next podcast will be, our next stream. It might be a while. It might even be in person at Pan Am's. Max, Mauricio, and I are all going to be there to cover the event, which is really exciting. And if you're part of CCL, you get half off your team registration fee for Pan Am. So definitely check that out as well. But for now, that's all for today, and maybe the rest of this year even. So happy holidays, everyone. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and we'll see you guys next year.
Take care, guys.
Thanks.